This is an unabridged audiobook of the story called The Yew Vizier. Prologue. Kaern was one of the arcanists of the Yew Militia. He, in fact, was recently promoted to be the Vizier, to assist Grand Vizier Bernardo with his records, recruiting, and other officer rank duties. No more than 1 week's time passed before Bernardo announced that he would be going to study the dark magic which the Dark Elves use. Kaern was not quite ready for the responsibilities Bernardo left for him. He felt that his timely promotion was due to Bernardo needing someone to cover his absence. The bitter feeling was short-lived, as the message delivered by Rebbe the Quiet informed the Yew Militia of Bernardo's horrific execution and betrayal by the Dark Elves and Blood Clan Orcs. The message also gave Kaern another responsibility: to bring Bernardo back from a place which no one has returned from. Part 1. A Gathering of Mages. The Yew Militia Guild Hall was an unlikely place for a convocation of ardent spellcasters. But it was a gathering of necessity. The Yewians, having not only lost their Grand Vizier to a cruel death at the hands of the Blood Clan Orcs and their Dark Alliance, failed to retrieve a sufficient number of the liquid derivatives of his spirit, known as soul jars. 5 of these would have made even an ambitious revival of his person somewhat possible. The militia possessed 1 single jar after a day's ambush. Because of this, they were to subject the meager component to incredible amounts of magical tampering in order to attune it with the remaining ones. The lost jars, discarded by the Blood Clan Orcs, were in the possession of Hollow Clan, a scavenging band of outcasts, mutants and misfits of Blood Clan. Hollow Clan endured constant toil, far from the safety of the fort and lacking the might of even the most rooted band of warrior orcs, the lowest of the low, and the most desperate for material goods, food and fulfillment. It was this desperation that brought them into possession of Bernardo's soul jars, for they regularly sought these objects out and subjected them to their own cruel processes to speak to the Orcish god of death directly. Or at least they thought. The speech, of course, was the incorporeal screams of one Bernardo of Yew, bodiless in death, yet somehow very much being tortured in spite of that. How the brazier made this possible is unknown, but the ramifications are terrifying. Not only could it cross the barrier between the living and the dead, but it could somehow bring physical processes such as heat to one side, or pain and sound from the other. Surely more work would come later to investigate this mysterious furnace, likely by the more depraved magicians of the Outlands. It was because of these rituals, boiling the soul jar's contents atop a demonic brazier, that the essence of Bernardo was lifted to the clouds, leaving faint signals of him for those who were looking. During Bernardo's loss, Vizier Kaern had mastered certain disciplines of alchemy under mysterious tutelage, and attained the skills necessary to locate where Bernardo's other soul jars were kept. But only because of the destructive process of worship that the Hollow Clan Orcs used them for. This unimaginably cruel form of tribute to Belot gave these ambitious wizards an opportunity, albeit an unlikely one, to attempt to connect the soul jar in their possession to the miasmic output created when a soul jar is heated. They were performing a ritual not of substitution, but of reaching across incredible physical distances for the purpose of including them in the next, even more ambitious step. An extremely late stage. Resurrection.